Chairperson, what if Mr. Zuma, the NPA, 50 billion rand and state capture have in common? We all know that when the NPA, with much fanfare by Sean Abrams, maliciously and with a total disregard for the law, charged then Minister Gordhan and others for fraud, 50 billion was wiped off the JSE. When society mobilized and the Helen Suzman Foundation and Freedom Under Law made application to the courts, Abrams backtracked and announced the withdrawal of the charges, washing his hands of a decision to prosecute. As the HSF and FUL put it in court papers, and I quote, "The only reason inference to be drawn is that the charges were being pursued for purposes other than those set forth in the NPA Act, and that the NPA were being abused, had been captured or unduly influenced by third parties, were acting irrationally, arbitrarily, or for ulterior purpose and the political or financial gain of others, and were acting in a manner inconsistent with their mandates." As Minister Gordhan at the time said, this is a moment when all South Africans need to ask, in whose interest are the people in the Hawks, the NPA, the NDPP advancing? Where do they get their political instruction from and for what purpose? But the Honourable Mulder, I suppose, just gave us the answer. I trust that the Minister will proffer an explanation. Honourable Gordhan subsequently called on all South Africans to connect the dots. Well, in this particular saga, when our illegitimate president was forced to go through the motions of considering the possible suspension of a NDPP pending an inquiry into their fitness for office or face judicial scrutiny, Mr. Zuma eventually advised he could not find any evidence that the conduct of Advocate Abrams was motivated by ulterior or improper motive, which would give rise to a charge of misconduct, or that he was no longer fit and proper to hold office. Well, we all know that in the intervening period and under the darkness of night, Mr. Zuma pushed the junk button by irrationally removing Minister Gordhan and Deputy Minister Jonas. To paraphrase former Deputy Jonas, if you connect the dots, there are certain patterns that point to a particular interest being protected, being consolidated.
Thank you very much,
deepened.
Honourable Carter.
No.
Your time is exhausted.
There's my time. I've got a minute left.
No, Honourable Carter, you are not the time speaker. You are
I've got
speaking.
4 minutes.
I rely on the table, Honourable
4 minutes.
Carter. Your time is exhausted.
It was agreed I have 4 minutes.
It's 3 minutes.
I can advance more than 783 reasons as to why the NPA can be considered to be
Chairperson,
including the stonewalling. My time is not up. I've got 4 minutes. Here is my clock. Here is my clock. I can advance more than 783 reasons as to why the NPA can be considered to be captured, including the stonewalling of every attempt made by civil society, organizations and opposition.
Point of order.
There is a point of order that has been raised.
Yes, Chairperson, I rise on Rule 69C, which talks to undermining the authority of the presiding officer. The member has been asked to leave because her time is up and she's not...
that is not a point of order.
Chairperson,
Honourable Carter, can you wait a little bit? Can I explain this? The front table has just indicated, because we rely on them when it comes to the issues of time, that the time is exhausted, because what is written here is 3 minutes. But as you have seen, I've been checking with them. They are rectifying the issue. So I am allowing the honourable member to take 1 minute more, of which he has already started to work on it. So there was nothing. There is 3 minutes on the list, and I've checked with the table, so they are rectifying the matter.
Chairperson.
Thank you very much. You may
Chairperson.
continue then, Honourable
Sorry,
Kata.
Chair, I just want to
Where
receive.
is the
point of
equal
order,
of-
yeah.
Yes, Honourable Singh.
Chairperson, I trust that the table would not make this serious mistake again. 3 is written in a particular way and 4 a different way. It's here on this list, 4, and I trust that Hansard would not delete whatever the member has said after the 1 minute, after you said the time has expired.
I humbly apologize for the table, that it won't happen again. We have talked about it. May finish then, Honourable Kata.
Chairperson.
Thank you, Chairperson.
Sorry, Honourable Carter.
I can advance
Honourable
more than
Carter,
700
just hold on. Chairperson.
Yes,
you
Honourable
can't
Member.
penalise Honourable Carter and say she can just have the last few seconds. You've got to give her a full minute. That was the agreement.
Honourable
Yes,
Member.
the ANC members are howling over her. We couldn't
Honourable
hear a word
Member.
she was saying.
We are going to give Honourable
33 reasons as to why the NPA can be considered to be captured, including the stonewalling of every attempt made by civil society organisations and opposition parties to gain access to the so-called criminal proceedings against 3 officials implicated in the SIU report on Nkandla, the resignation of Gerrie Nel to set up what is effectively a parallel prosecuting, and I will say it, an independent system. Mr. Minister, you preside over an NPA that has been captured, and you, your President, and the C is complicit there.
There is a point of order that has been called.
I'm rising on Rule 84. The member is insinuating that the minister is complicit in the undermining of the NPA. It is unparliamentary.
The Minister, you preside over an NPA that has been captured. And you, your President, and the ANC are complicit therein, because if they don't do anything, they are complicit. And previously, you have said that it is a matter of debate
Still a point of
other
order.
people raised.
To raise the issue that the minister is complicit in
Matter of
undermining the
debate.
NPA.
Thank you very much, Honourable Khatebe.
Point of order, Madam House Chair.
Can I still finish on the one that has been
On that
raised?
point of order.
Can I finish on the point of
You're
order
going
that has been raised?
to rule, so it's going to make my point obsolete then, if that's the case.
Come again?
You're going to make a ruling and then you're not going to want to listen to what I've said. I want
Yes,
to
there is a point of order that has been raised.
I want
Let me
to
finish
intervene
with
on
it,
that
then I
point.
come to you.
I want to intervene on that point of order.
But there is no point on a point,
There's
Honourable
a very
Member.
important point on the point of order.
Can I finish with that one? Can you allow me to finish on the
Well, I
point
know
of
what
order
you're
that
gonna
has been
do,
raised?
so-
Honourable Member,
You
the
know
point
what,
of
Chair,
sustain,
you know
you
what?
must come up
I
with
will-
a substantive
I will
motion on
withdraw
that
the
one.
fact
No,
that on the Minister, but I will not withdraw it on the rest of the sentence. But on the
you
Minister,
are withdrawing on
I
the
would
Minister.
withdraw it.
Thank you very much,
Okay.
Honourable Member. Yes,
Just
Honourable Chief Whip of the
23
Opposition.
years-
Madam House Chairperson, the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa and our rules confer upon members of this House, in terms of Rule 63 and 63, 1, 2, and 3, freedom of speech in this House. And they do that so that we can have a robust political debate where people are able to put forward their views, opinions, and argument. And I would submit to you that the Honourable Whip of the ANC has been overly sensitive in this matter. We can't have a full and frank discussion, and the Constitution wouldn't have prescribed freedom of speech for members in this House if we weren't able to put our political points across. Yes, I hear the Honourable Jeffries choping in about subject to the rules. That what the Honourable Carter said is part of political debate. It's not a personal attack on the minister's integrity or anything like that. It is a part of the political debate. It's her political point of view. And if we're going to turn this parliament into a schoolroom where you can't say anything, we might as well be here having this debate.
Thank you very much, Honourable Steenhuisen. But unfortunately, on the point that you are raising on, Honourable Kata has already withdrawn as he has stated. You may continue then, Honourable Kata, and finish your speech.
Like I've said, 23 years of our democracy, and in the 20th year of celebrating our Constitution.
Then, Honourable
South
Kata,
Africa-
your time has been exhausted.
When I was stopped,
Your time is exhausted.
I had
Thank you
18
very much, Honourable
Well,
Kata.
we would never have believed
Your
that we would
time is
ever take the
exhausted,
words of
Honourable
Madiba in saying that when the ANC do to you what the apartheid government did to
Honourable
you,
Kata.
then you must do to the ANC what you did to the apartheid government.
Let me call upon Honourable Swart.
Chairperson, I'd wanted to ask the Honourable Carter if she'd take a question, and the question
Honourable
was
Deputy-
going to be,
Honourable
in were there
Deputy
ever any
Minister, he's
elections
already
in
gone.
Cope?
Honourable Deputy Minister. Honorable Carter is done, so let us not even raise that.